Can't film a video like this. Like, I will not, I mean, we're all going to be thinking it, even me. I'm wearing a dress, but, I mean, look. Should I do this as a thumbnail? Hello guys! So, I added this so that I wouldn't look naked, as you saw in the previous clip. So, now we're good. Let's get into my spring favorites. For spring, I didn't have that many favorites just because I'm considering spring as April and May. And April was the craziest month of my life so far. Like, it was insane. I had no time to do anything but study. I mean anything. Like, showering was off the table, and so makeup was definitely off the table, and YouTube, and I fell behind in everything, and I know, and I'm sorry. But anyways, now I'm back. Everything's good. It was a crazy, crazy month, and I didn't have that many favorites just because I didn't have time to have any favorites, or to try out new things, or to rediscover old things, or to do anything but study, like I said. So I'm gonna start, I wrote it down on my phone in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. I'm gonna start with skincare. So the one thing that I tried to focus on in April was to maintain my skincare as much as possible. I wasn't really wearing much makeup at all, but I was so stressed out that my skin was freaking out nevertheless, like regardless of not wearing any makeup. So I really tried to focus on my skin, on keeping it moisturized for one, and hydrated. That was the most important part, but also to just be like cleaning it and trying to just give it the care that it needs. So I really continue to use my Clarisonic. I featured this last month, but it's because I rediscovered it this winter, and ever since I've used it and I've loved it, and I don't know why I ever stopped. It really, really has just helps my skin in general. The thing that I have found most, because I never had problems with huge breakouts, but this thing helps the texture of my skin like no other. Like, it removes all the bumps and the impurities that cause my skin to not be smooth and nice. And I owe so much of that to this. And then the next thing in skincare is actually something I don't have to show you, because it was actually from May while I was in Florida. I got a sunburn because, I mean, look at me. I was bound to get a sunburn, even though I used SPF 100 every single day and I reapplied. I have a hair that's driving me crazy. Okay, got it. I just have the most sensitive skin, and it just happened. I really try and prevent it. I know it's horrible for you. I don't try and get sunburns, but it just happened on the back of my legs. The back of my legs was the worst. This arm, because I was always like in the passenger seat of the car, I didn't realize, but this part of my arm turned like purple. But other than that, everything was good. So I used a lot of the Solarcane. The reason I don't have it to show you because it was in Florida and I used up the whole bottle, so I don't have it to show you. But it's the Solarcane medicated aloe vera, I think it's called. I'll try and insert a picture here, but it's basically aloe vera, but this brand is like medicated. I don't know if it's any different, but I found that for me it's the one that works the best. It gives me the best, it really just helps to cool and soothe the skin, and it also helps to make the sunburn go in so much quicker. Like, after one night of using this, the next day I wake up like a million times better, and 2 days after my sunburn's in, and that's amazing for me. And the next thing that I used, because my face didn't get majorly sunburned, but it was tight, you know, when you've been in the sun all day, and so instead of using the very thick, sticky aloe vera gel on my face that I used on my body, my face gets clogged up a lot easier. My skin is even more sensitive. So I bought this in hopes, like I bought this last summer in the hopes that it would, you know, work the way I was wanting it to work, which it's the Body Shop Aloe Protective Restoring Mask for Sensitive Skin, Intensive Treatment with Prebiotics to Strengthen Skin's Natural Barrier. I have mentioned this in a few videos before, I believe. It was my face mask collection video. It's basically a face mask, but it's like a thick, like jelly sort of cream. This stuff works really, really great as an aloe vera gel, but for the face, because it didn't clog up my pores, but it gave me the soothing feeling that I needed for my skin. Mind you, my skin wasn't completely sunburned, like I said, but it was tight, and this really, really helped to soothe it and calm it and cool it. And I think, I've never done this before, but I think what I'm gonna do in the future is keep this in the fridge and use it cold, because the actual gel itself is quite cold when you put it on a sunburn, so I can't even imagine putting it in the fridge. I would die of how cold it is against your burnt skin. But this one's not really cold for some reason, so I think putting it in the fridge and then putting it on my face would feel amazing. So I'm gonna do that next time. As far as makeup, one of my favorite things has actually been no makeup, and that's partly because of being, you know, studying constantly in April, but also in May, a big part of it was that I was, you know, it was starting to be summer and I was on a trip, and I just didn't want to wear makeup, and that's rare for me. I usually like to play around with my makeup, but I had a lot of fun just wearing my face natural or wearing very minimal makeup, and I actually really enjoyed it. And so yeah, that was actually a favorite for this spring. It also really served to give my skin a nice break. My skin, you know, was congested and tired from all that heavy makeup in the winter, and it really just helped clear it up, and my skin has never really looked better, so I've really liked the no makeup game recently. The next thing that I've loved when I did wear makeup was my Faced Hangover primer, and I heard Kathleen Lights talk about this for the first time, and we seem to have very similar skin, so I had to try it out, and I have to say this stuff does work really well, and it makes foundation go on so much smoother if you have dry patches on your face. It basically just re-nourishes your skin and gives it what it needs to look radiant and glowy. So for makeup, when I was wearing makeup, my favorite was the L'Oreal Paris Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream in the color Fair 810. This is just a great, this is what I wear every single day in the summer if I'm wearing like a foundation type product. Like right now in this video, this is what I'm wearing. It's not heavy, but it just smooths out my skin. Like, it just looks amazing, and I love this stuff. Next off in makeup is actually the lip color that I'm wearing right now, which I featured in my top 5 favorite lip colors video, which might be the one coming, no, I think it came out right before this one actually, so you guys will see that, hopefully. Watch it. I really go into detail about, you know, how much I've been loving this, and it's just a beautiful, bold, but playful, but not overly bold kind of summer color. You'll get all the details if you watch that video, but I've really been loving that color in May. That's pretty much like one of the only colors I've been wearing like consistently in May. As far as lifestyle favorites, I really loved my trip to Florida. I had so much fun. I just went alone with my mom, and it was just nice to catch up and have a girls trip, and I really missed my dad and my brother because we usually all go together, so it was weird to go without them, but we had so much fun, and it was just nice to catch up and have some bonding time, and it was just a really, really amazing week. So that was definitely one of my favorite things. Well, it was my favorite thing that happened in the spring. I'm gonna go over my favorite songs really quickly. My favorite songs have been Love Me Like You Do. I just love that song so much. Dear Future Husband is my jam. I love to put it super loud when I'm driving in the car. It's such a catchy song. I really loved Fight Song. I don't know if everybody knows about this. It wasn't as popular here, but when I went to Florida, I was playing like crazy, but I was already loving the song. I had heard it on iTunes, and I love the song. It's just such a motivational, like inspirational kind of song. I really, really listened to that a lot when I was going through my finals because I just related to it so much. And then just a little bit of Your Heart by Ariana Grande. I don't know, it's just such a beautiful song, and I love it. I was obsessed with it like when her album first came out. I recently rediscovered it, and I just can't stop listening to it. In terms of TV, I watched the Billboard Awards. They were good, but I honestly I wasn't really impressed. I don't think they were the best they've ever been. I don't think they were, you know, I really look forward to award shows, so I enjoy them no matter what. I mean, they're fun, and they're just fun to watch, and it's a good show no matter what, but I don't think it was the best that it could have been. A lot of the people, I didn't even know really who they were, and I feel like there was a lot of performers there that could have performed that didn't, that would have been like better or bigger names. So anyways, I don't want to bash anyone or anything, but I think it could have been better. It was good, I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. And another thing that I really enjoyed in terms of TV was I caught up on Glee and Heart of Dixie, because when I went to Florida, we have Netflix, but you know, Netflix changes depending on which country you're in, and when you're in Canada, you have a lot less options than when you're in the US. So we don't have Glee season 5, and we don't have a Heart of Dixie season 3 or 4. I don't remember, but we don't have the most like recent seasons, so I caught up on them there, because either I have to, you know, download them on iTunes, but all of that adds up. So I fell behind, and so I just waited and I caught up when I was in Florida, and it was just really fun to get back into those shows because I hadn't watched them in a long time, and I really just enjoyed catching up. Movies, I saw a movie actually recently. I hadn't seen it in the theaters. Honestly, when I'm in school, I don't really have time to go see movies, so I usually just catch them when they come out on Netflix or on our like on-demand channel movie thing. And it's the movie called Blended by Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler, I think. It was really a cute movie. I really loved it. It was really funny, really lighthearted, and I haven't really enjoyed a movie like that in a long time. So I'm not one that like loves movies. I prefer TV shows, but I really loved that movie, and I don't know, I just watched it and I had a really good night because I watched that movie. So it was fun and I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen that movie, I definitely recommend giving it a shot because it's a really fun movie. So that's it for this not monthly favorites, the seasonal favorites of mine for my spring favorites. I didn't love, like I said, that many things in spring, but this video is already long enough, so it's a good thing because I blabbled on about everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and definitely leave me a comment letting me know what your April and May favorites were. Were you as busy as I was? Did you love April and May? And just leave me comments down below. And now I'm starting to accumulate some summer favorites, so I'm excited to share those with you, but those won't come for like a long time because I think I'll do June, July, and August. So I don't even want to think about that because summer's going to be over and that's going to be such a sad time, so let's not think about it. If you enjoyed sharing my spring favorites, please leave me a comment letting me know if you love any of these products or these movies or TV shows or anything like that. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!